Abbiamo adesso la possibilità di chiudere questo primo ciclo sentendo un'esperienza di una voce, di un imprenditore, un'imprenditrice che è al di fuori di quello che è il contesto europeo, perché ci parla dall'esperienza nigeriana, è Sandrah Tubobereni, che ci parla appunto del suo brand, cosiddetto Tubo Woman. Prego Sandrah, dici della tua esperienza.
Good evening, everyone. Can you say what you said in English, please?
Yes.
Yes, please.
If you want, you can speak English.
Oh, great. Thank you. Good evening, everyone. My name is Sandrah Tubobereni, and I am the founder and creative director at TUBO. I'm very happy to be in Rome today. It's a pleasure, it's an honor to be seated here with global experts, innovators, and change makers. TUBO is a brand that I founded over 10 years ago. And basically what we do is we've tried to modernize the African traditional silhouette using techniques that enhance the woman's form. We're very deeply rooted in culture because we also operate from a place where couture is like at the center of our core. The way couture is celebrated internationally, it's almost like something that is done for like extreme special occasions. But where I come from, couture is like at the very core. So every Saturday, there's a big wedding across the country. There's several weddings all over the place. And we come out looking extra glamorous with handmade materials. We have local artisans who saddle looms to create fabrics out of cotton, hand-dyed fabrics. But then at the end of the day, we're usually left out in forums like this. So it's a pleasure to be here. It's a pleasure to be speaking in Rome and just sharing in this very important topic, which is sustainability in fashion. And we're just hoping that more and more of this would be held with Africa in inclusion, just so that our voices can be heard. Because when you talk about sustainability, really and truly, it's really our artisans that we should be learning from. Instead, the global market sort of dumps second-hand products that are rarely usable or even sellable to the African market. And we have heaps and heaps of those filling our landfills, you know, destroying our seashores. And we're not included in this conversation so that we can actually talk about how we can help foster sustainability as opposed to being at the detriment of a system that was built to destroy us. Thank you.
And if it's possible, you can say to us something about the perspective of your business. What about your market? What about your possibility to expand your activity?
So in terms of perspectives, I think that maybe it's high time we started listening to more African artisans who have passed on techniques that are sustainable from generations to generations, smaller family businesses that are built, you know, for purpose, outfits that are crafted, you know, not just for fast fashion. The average Nigerian or the average African is not wired to wear clothes that are mass produced. We like things tailored. We like things built for purpose. We like things. So maybe that is something that the world needs to start learning from Africa. As a business, I feel like we even need to do further with like even educating the global market. So for example, my business in particular has a program that is called Impact by TUBO, where we do not just teach people how to make couture or teach them on couture skills. We teach them how they can, you know, they can lead with both creativity and also with innovation.
And about the subject of our dialogue, do you retain that the problem of the possibility of recycle is one of the problems now?
Yes, absolutely. Because I don't think when you say recycle, you're saying that you're sending outfits or products that are basically going to be used and repurposed. But what is being sent to Africa or Nigeria is mostly things that are not even sellable or, you know, reusable. It's pretty much things that have been abandoned. It's things coming as waste products into our economy, and we're constantly at the detriment of that. It's affecting us creatively, it's also affecting us culturally and economically. So I think like if we are able to cut waste in the West, whether it's in Europe, in America, in Asia, wherever, then we're able to also curb that on our side because we already have sustainable practices. It's when we talk about the lack of sustainability on our end, it's usually more of what is being passed on to us as opposed to what we create.
Beh, insomma, questo secondo me è opportuno che adesso noi passiamo di nuovo la parola alla politica, perché nel frattempo in cui l'Europa si organizza nella definizione di molte regole, noi potremmo ritrovarci anche che qualche attività che nasce in paesi invece non europei possa avere una competitività diversa. Vorrei chiudere con una domanda che è più di interesse così accademico. Considerata l'enfasi e l'interesse per questa problematica in Italia, da 1 a 10 in questo momento, quanto vale questa problematica in Nigeria?
I'd like to hear that in English.
If you understand how is important this subject in Italy, recyclability of products. In Nigeria, from 1 to 10, what you attribute to this problem in Nigeria?
I think it's a global problem, so it's just as important in Nigeria as it is globally. So I would say 10 out of 10. It's a very important topic. It's really important that we address these issues. The world cannot continue to make wealth out of the waste that they send back home and exclude us from conversations like this when we are even one of the most people who thrive on sustainability from our, again, hand-dyed products, which we call adire, or like the fabric that I'm wearing today, which is hand-woven cotton made by traditional outfits, one outfit after another. We don't contribute to the mass pollution of fashion, and yet we're excluded from rooms like this. If we're not invited late, we're not invited at all. So it's very important. It's also very important that we start educating the next generation, that they concentrate on things like this so that we're not left behind. We don't even need to stop at just having conversation. We need to start thinking about investing in Africa. As much as we contribute so much largely to sustainability, we're the least considered when it comes to leadership in terms of global fashion. It's high time we started to bring this back home to countries in Africa to make major contributions to topics like this. It's also very important that we invest, not out of pity, because I feel like when we speak about investing in African designers or African fashion houses, it's more or less from a place of trying to help. But no, we want people that are co-creators, people who are ready to listen, and people who are ready to partner with us so that we can build and we can be considered international leaders in fashion, in the industry. I think that those are some of the steps that we really need to take, and it's really important that we do so.
Grazie Sandra, questo è molto importante per i nostri operatori capire che il problema che noi sentiamo come un problema importantissimo è altrettanto sentito in altri paesi dove probabilmente si potrebbe immaginare invece che non ci sia una tale attenzione, una tale enfasi.